computer. All right, so we're gonna hope to have things recorded, and we'll get started. All right, so we're gonna do the free BBO tourney of the day, which we're gonna find out what it is. It seems to be imps every time, but yep, imp again on Wednesday. So maybe we might have to move the day, but we'll see. All right, so in register, and you guys can play in the same one. It won't necessarily be the same hands. I think they have about 50 different hands, but you might have some of the same ones. All right, so here we go. So everybody join us. So what I'm going to try to do is have you ask questions at the end of the hand, if you have any, but I'm going to try to talk through my thoughts and everything that's kind of going on as we go along. Everyone can see the screen, I hope?
Yep.
So,
yeah.
Yep. Okay. All right. Let me just make sure everybody's in. Linda, you're already in, so we don't need to worry about you. Okay. All right. So we got one spade to our right. X9, 12. All right. So we have actually pretty much a textbook double here because we have points and we're short in the suit that was bid. So we're going to ask partner which suit they have of these other three. And they said clubs, and they were kind of forced to bid at the 3 level, and we kind of know they don't have opening hand because they didn't open. So I don't see that we have 5 clubs as a possibility, so I'm just going to pass. And we're going to play it in 3 clubs. All right, so we got our points to our right, we got diamonds to our left, and we got a king of spades lead, so they probably got king, queen. Clubs. Want to lead hearts from there. Diamonds look good. We had a spade bid to our right? So there's 5 spades. There's only a singleton spade over here, if any, unless this thing had 6. So that's not good. All right, they did have 1. They probably have the ace of clubs. So they'll be able to jump up with the ace of clubs and then get a spade trick, but I don't think there's anything I can do about that. So I'm just going to pull trump. They had the ace of clubs, so this hand pretty much has everything else left. Where do I want to be? I want to lead hearts from here. Spades, we're going to be able to trump, and diamonds, we're going to be able to trump. So I think I'm just going to go from here and start leading hearts from over there. It favors that the ace and queen of hearts are over here based on all right, so we're missing the 10 and the ace yet. So eventually these could set up. So I think I'm gonna, oops. I think I'm gonna, I don't want to lose. I got the queen and the jack. Five of hearts. That's interesting. We're going to go up and set up our 8 of hearts for a trick. Looks like we're going to make it. Lose a spade here, making 3. Good thing we didn't go any higher. All right, so we did a double there to show the unbid suits. Partner told us their longest suit was clubs. Turned out their longest suit was spades, which was their suit. So, any questions on that one?
No.
No? Good. All right. 7, 10, 12, 16. All right, so we got a 1 no trump opener. 2 in every suit, no 5-card major, no singleton, no void. Partner's got nothing but the ace of hearts, but that's a nice card. All right, so we got 4 cards. We got 7 here, it's 7 here, and 7 here. So our bad suit is hearts, and we don't have a long suit. 7's our best. That's unfortunate. This is probably Queen Jack 10 they're leading from, so they probably got 4 diamonds over here. We want to leave clubs from over here to lead up to strength, and we want to leave hearts alone, and spades don't look much better because we're missing so many spots. So I'm going to take this first one, primarily because I don't want them to switch to hearts yet. I may hold off later, but I'm just going to mess around in spades because we do have 7 of them. See if we can get someone to jump up second hand high, and we did. All right, they switched to hearts already. We only got 1 stopper there. So this, all right, they pursued with diamonds, which is better than them keep leading hearts. Queen Jack, that's interesting. Well, I'm gonna maybe hope they have Queen Jack 10. Now, why would they play the Jack if they had the Jack and the 10? I don't know. Can't quite figure that one out. So that's 8 spades. There is the 10. That is interesting. So they led from a Queen Jack doubleton, and they just set up their 7 of diamonds. There's our first club of the game, and there's their heart. Well, we're losing, folks. I'm going to see if spades are split. See if this happens to set up. It did not. We're looking for a black card to be led by them. But I don't think we're going to. Oh, all right. So down 2. Oof.
That was tough.
Yeah. Yeah, they had more points than we did, right? Or that we had the same, right? 5, 7, 10, 12, 6. Yeah, 21 to 19. So we had a little bit more, but I couldn't anything up. We didn't have any long suits, unfortunately. So hopefully that same thing will happen to everybody else, and that one won't hurt us. But I have a feeling it probably will, but I don't know for sure. All right, so next hand, 7, 8, 10, 17, 20. Ooh. All right, so 2 no-trump opener, 20 to 21. Transfer to spades. We'll just double check the robots are on the same page. Yes, they are. Now they're probably telling us both suits, so we get to pick. Yep, 5 hearts and 5 spades. Well, we're going to leave it in hearts. Except that it'll be the strong hand will be the dummy, but oh well. Our hearts are a little bit better than our spades. Oh, both of their suits are pathetic. Okay.
Gosh.
So spades might set up at some point in time. We got a club loser, which we can get rid of the diamond, and diamonds should be able to set up. So that's 4 diamonds, or 4 have been played, 8 total. We're going to need to keep track of that. Ooh, that's not a good sign. We could have a bad heart split. Have another heart. Oh, good. All right, so that's 8, and they've got the 9 of hearts, so they've got the bully. So I'm going to get rid of my club loser now. They had a singleton diamond. Wow. So these are not going to set up. Okay. So much for that idea. So now we're going to work on spades. There's the queen. Now our jack's set up. That's all right. And our king's set up. All right. I'm making 5. Oh, no, that's right. They still have the good heart. Oops. Forgot about that. Making 4. Oh, no, we might lose a diamond in the end. Anybody kept track of the diamonds enough? I think we might lose a diamond. Yep. A 9. Yep.
Yep.
Oh, well, we tried. Partner didn't have much for us. I'm just going to see if there's No. Could we have made that? So we can go here and show double dummy and see if we know where everything is. Could we have made it? It says we can. 2 hearts. I don't know. I don't know if we can make that one or not. All right, so what do we got here? 7, 10, 12. All right, we got not a great hand, but we got a bid and a rebid. We'll be able to rebid our spades because we've got 6 of them. So 2 no trump. Let's see what that means. Balanced invite, 2 spades, and 11, 10, 11 high card points. 7, 10, 12. I'm just going to bid 3 spades to indicate I've got 6, and I'm not too excited about game. I got a low-end hand. All right. Okay, so we're missing a couple boys there. Got a club loser. Diamonds might eventually set up. So I don't know if you guys hear me. Some of you I know have heard me talk about this before, that I'll generally take a double finesse when I have it. So I don't know what they are leading from here, if they led away from the king or the jack, but either one of them I can get a trick set up if I play the 10. It's my theory. All right, well, there's the jack, unfortunately. There's a spade. We got 6, 8. A lot of times when they lead trump, the robots, it's a singleton spade, singleton trump, so that's not a good sign. I don't know exactly what else I'm going to do about this, so I think I'm going to hope that they're not. They have a 3-2 split. They do not. Oh, boy. So we got queen jack over here. I'm going to lose the diamond and see if they decide to set up diamonds for me. There's the king and the 10. That's interesting. They're probably going to lead another trump, get rid of another one of our trump. No, they didn't. All right. So I'm going to see if they decide to go second hand high with the ace of diamonds, which would be helpful. No, they didn't. All right. So we're going to try hearts. Hope the king was there. Nope, we lost both of them. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We are down, folks. Down 2, right? Because that spade is still out there. Oh, well. That's what happens when you open a little light, they tend to jump, right? And it really wasn't a bad opener, but my singleton queen of diamonds was kind of a wasted 2 points. You guys see that? It just didn't mean anything. So sometimes we get a high card points and singletons and count them, but that is definitely not worth counting something. So basically my hand came down to ace, king, king, and 6 spades, which is a light opener. But I still decided to open it anyway, as you saw, and it didn't work out so well, as you saw. All right. Ooh. This is not so good. 4, 8, 10, 11. All right. I don't know what to do here. I want to open this one or not. So if I do open a diamond, they bid a spade, or if they bid a heart, that'd be good. We could support hearts. If they bid a spade, we could bid a no trump, but then they might keep going. think I'm going to pass. Partner had a bunch of spades. We did have a spade fit, but that would have been tough to find. All right, 5, 7, 10, 15. So a lot of people are opening this one no trump now. I still don't. I'm kind of old school this way. I still like to talk about my 5-card major. So I'm going to open this a spade. 2 hearts. All right, partner's got a good hand and hearts. I love it. And I've got a little extra too. So I'm going to say 3 hearts to say we're good and let's keep talking. And they're saying, let's not keep talking. I've got a minimum opener. So this is kind of an interesting little bit here. So 3 hearts, when you're playing 2 over 1, is a stronger bid than if I had jumped to 4 hearts. 4 hearts says I was done talking. I've got a few extra points. So I wanted to keep talking in case they wanted to. They did not. So they just did a 4 hearts. So we're done talking. So this hand is probably 12, 13 points and 5 hearts. So we're going to pass and play it in 4 hearts. King clubs. Okay, they have a good hand, but the problem is they have a void in my best suit. So that's probably why they decided to forget about doing this. This is interesting. They can't clubs and sets up the whole suit for me. So we'll take that lead, right? So we got to decide how to play this one. This is actually screaming to play it as a cross ruff because I have all the top trump, and I might do it that way. All right, if we pull trump, lose the king of diamonds, that works too. Because all our clubs are good too. I think, I don't know. I haven't decided. So we'll see if we can set up the diamond suit, and then I'll make my decision. Okay, so there's 4. We're pursuing with the clubs. We could be getting in trouble here because they might be, William's probably out now. So I don't think we can really afford to mess around anymore. So I don't think we're gonna. Four hearts, 8 hearts, that's good. 8, 11, 12. Kids are gone. Let's hope everybody has a diamond. That's 8. That's a good sign. Oh, can't do that. We'll never get this ace of spades. So we'll just do it now, and then we're gonna play diamonds at the end and hope they either miss pitch or diamond split 3-3. So I'm just gonna mess around with them, see if they miss pitch. They're pitching spades, which is the right thing for them to do. They're not pitching diamonds. So if diamonds didn't split evenly, which they didn't, they're gonna get a diamond trick. All right, made 5. So I was trying to get an extra trick there in diamonds. If diamonds had been split 3-2, they were not. They were split 4-1. And I was thinking about playing as a cross ruff because I could have roughed a diamond. So I think some people might make 6 there. But I didn't want to risk getting a club ruff, which could have happened because they were out of clubs. So that's why I didn't do that. All right. 7, 11, 13. 14, 18, and a void. Woo! Oh boy. So I don't think I want to open those 2 clubs, even though I really like this hand. But I like but we got a lot of spaces, we'll call it, in the suits. So I'm going to open this a club and hope partner does not pass. They bid 2 no trumps, so that should be no 4-card major and 10, 11, 12 points. Is the way I played it. So 11, 12 points, partial stopper everywhere, and no 4-card major. So we know we don't have an 8-card major fit. So I'm gonna Any ideas here, anybody? How to bid this one? I can know what my mother would do, and I think I'm going to do that.
Whoa.
All right. She's a good one. So we tend to. She doesn't know what to do. She just tends to bid slam. All right. So this is good news. If they've got ace of spades, either we'll be able to trump it and be able to get rid of any potential heart losers. So it should be that our only potential loser is if the club is over, the king of clubs is over here. So we will see. All right, so the only risk we're going to have here is if they happen to have a void in diamonds, which is a pretty low chance because I got to get over there to lead the clubs. So I'm going to lead low to the queen and hope everybody has a diamond, and they do. All right, because I have, if this finesse works, I want to still be over here without having to risk doing something else. So I'm going to lead the jack in case it works so I can do it again. Everybody follow that? Because if I lead low and go up to the queen, I got to get back here again, and I don't have a for sure way to do it. So when I have this sequence here, this queen, jack, 10, I happen to have the 9 this time, you can afford to lose a lead at trump, because if they cover, which a lot of times you're supposed to cover with a 9 or with a 9, it still only sets up my queen in 10 as opposed to setting up their queen in 10. So I'm going to lead the jack and hope we see the king, and we did. That's nice. Is that all of them? 6, 8, 11. I think that's not all of them. Anybody else been counting? It wasn't. All right. Okay. So I should have been a little more careful in the trump suit, and I wasn't. Oh, boy. Actually, I saw the 10, so that's actually, it's going to work as an entry. I know it's not. Shoot. I went down anyway, people. Oh, no, they led for me. What do I got to do now? No, we're going to go down the 10 of hearts and lose because I didn't figure out a way. So, actually, I saw this when I did it, right after I did it. I'll show it to you. What I needed to do, I'll show you what trick I messed up on. It was the very first, it was a trump when I played the trump, okay? I needed to save an entry to the dummy with the trump suit, all right? I needed to keep a card, I needed to keep my 3 of clubs here to use my 6 to overtake it, to get over there to cash the king, queen of spades. So it was right here, very first trick I messed up. I needed to use the 7 of clubs to preserve a way to get over there. I thought of it a second too late. Do you guys see that?
No.
If I would have played the 7 of clubs, okay, instead of the 3 on the very first trick,
Yeah.
okay, later on I could have used the 3 of clubs, overtake it with the 6 to get to my good queen, queen of spades, and make the contract.
Oh, got it.
So
You were preserving an entry.
I'm usually a little bit obsessed with entries to the dummy, so I'm surprised I didn't catch this one in time, but I caught it a little too late. And the other way to do it is if diamonds would have been split 3-2, I would have been able to get over there with a 9, and they weren't, so I would have been able to be saved, but I wasn't. So I need to be very careful on the very first trick to get rid of a higher card to trump it with a higher one to leave the 3 as a potential entry. I've been burned on enough times. I usually catch that, but I didn't. So I should have made 6 clubs there, and I didn't. So that'll be a bad board because I bid it aggressively and then misplayed it. So, anywho, next hand, 7, 10, 13, 14. They're bidding, right? So I could double here to show both suits, okay? But I do have a 5-card spade suit, so that's going to be my priority. Who's on the caller? We just had a hand like this. Mary, was that you? Are you on the phone? Mary Hamlin? No? I'm trying to remember who had a hand like this week in a lesson that we were talking about. Anyway, I'm going to bid a spade to show 5 spades. If I doubled, I would be showing spades and diamonds, but I'm going to show the spades. And partner happened to have spades with me as well. So they jumped right to game. So they bid opened. They've got the points. We might only go down 1 or 2 in 4 spades, but I don't know that they can make 4 hearts. So I'm going to take my chance on defense on this one. Pass. So I'm looking for a positive score here. So don't the robots do king from ace king. I don't, but because I'm playing with a robot, just ignore this. But just so you know, they don't do much for signaling, but this is one of them they do, is they do lead king. All right, so the queen's over there. That's bad news. So if I lead the ace, I'm just going to set up their queen. So I don't want to do that. All right, looks like I'll be able to get a heart trick. If they have another spade, I might be able to get a spade trick eventually. And do they have another spade? 5, 8, 11, they might have one. Partner might have 3, they might have 4. But I'm not going to set up the queen just yet. I'm going to leave this sequence and see if partner has the ace. They do. Nice, partner. They're trumping that. That's interesting. So they had a singleton club. Partner has a whole bunch of clubs, people. We're going to cover this because we've kind of identified we had the jack 10 9. All right. So do they have another spade? Yay! All right. Now we're going to try a diamond to see, because this is the boss diamond. So they're down 1. And we do. Look at that. Oh, life's good. All right. Now we can't lead what we can't see, and we know the queen of spades is good. We know they're out of spades, so we're kind of doomed. They have another diamond, so they're going to have to trump. We're going to see if they get sloppy and maybe play the 7 and see if partner had over the 7. They didn't, so it didn't matter. So they're good, but they're down 2. So partner and I did have a spade fit, but they couldn't make 4 hearts. So the place for us to be was to set them in 4 hearts for 100 points. All right. Any questions? We'll see the results. I don't think it'll be good because I should have made that one. If we make that one, it's about a 10, and we would have had a really nice big score. So we ended up basically even. Yeah, that one board there was a minus 8.8 imps, and it would have been a positive 10 imps if I'd have made it. So that was the whole match basically right there, is that hand. And this is actually just to let you know, this is why I worded as match. This is how you score in team games. So in team games, when you play 4, you have a team of 2 pairs, and you play against another team at the same time, and they play the same boards the other direction. And so what would I, so you tend to, so this is the same scoring system that's used. So it encourages people to bid game and bid slams to get the higher scores. And so the scoring is rewarded if you'd have done that. So I just needed to make the 6 clubs, and everybody had been proud of me. But now we're going to go home as breaking even and losers. But anyway, anybody have any questions?
No.
All right, then let's just talk a little bit about technique stuff, because it didn't come up too much today. I was hoping it would. But just some stuff on when we're playing hands, okay? We normally get rid of the honors in the short side first. It's just a technique I want you guys to get down. So if you have a suit that's, let me just see if I can find a suit here. Yeah, like here, the trump suit. So typically if you had a suit like this, what you'd want to do is you'd play the king of hearts, transportation-wise is always different on different hands, but you play the king of hearts and then a low one so you can always end up over there to run it. When I talk about short side first, that's what I'd be talking about. And this suit, the diamond suit, this would be a suit where I didn't lead the queen, because if it got covered, to be setting up their 10. So I led low up to the jack here because I was missing the 10, okay? But also the same example applies in the club suit. I could afford to lead the queen, because if it covers with the ken, I win with the ace, and I have the jack and the 10 to win the next two, okay? So I see this happen quite a bit, is that we'll lead the queen to entice them to play it, but all we've done then is set up their suit for them. So if I didn't have the 10 here, I'd have to leave the 7 up to the jack to not set up the suit for them. So this is just technique stuff that, I want you to start to get to work on, is those types of things. And then the other main one is leading up to strength, okay? So this one, because the ace jack is over here, you normally would lead up to it, okay? The biggest example is when you have a king. You'd always want to, say you didn't have the ace, king, queen over here. You'd want to lead up to the king in hopes that the ace is over here. That's the big time to make sure you're always leading up to strength. Because if you lead the king from here, it wouldn't matter where the ace was. They're going to get their ace and their queen, okay? So when I refer to leading up to strength, that's what I'm referring to, lead up to the strength in the hand. Okay. Again, there wasn't many examples where I was going to botch that up today, unfortunately, but that is the case. And then the other thing I guess I try to do as declarer play is I try to clear out suits. So like this one, I had 2 diamonds here and 3 diamonds here. When I'm done pulling trump, I would typically play the diamonds and then trump the diamonds. So now I'm out of diamonds. And if they would ever lead diamonds, I could get what we call a ruff and a sluff. I could gain a trick by getting rid of a loser and trumping in the other hand. So clearing out suit is a typical thing. What I don't want to see you do is just start trumping when you're done. That does not gain a suit. I emphasize that all the time in lessons. So I didn't go to just trumping hearts here, because these were all tricks anyway. These were tricks anyway, because they were trump. Okay. So you can lose control of the hand if you ever do that. So just once you're done pulling trump, don't worry about trumping in your long hand. Just worry about setting up tricks for your side. And the other thing that you want to do is sometimes you want to throw them in to let them help you, right? We were talking about that in a lesson yesterday. If you let them win a trick, my dad does this all the time. It's aggravating. He'll lose a trick and then force you to help him by leading a different suit, or whatever you lead gives him a free finesse. So don't be afraid to lose a trick if you know you're going to lose it for sure, because a lot of times the defense will help you. They'll switch suits, they'll cash an ace, they'll do something to help you out. So just be aware of that, okay? All right, guys, I'm going to end it then unless somebody has any questions. Anybody have any questions?
No, thank you.
Thanks, guys, and this will be every Wednesday, and we'll go from here. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.